Speed. Clap. Do another one. Another clap. Perfect. Thank you. Begin.
Yes, sir.
All right, Mark Cerna. Welcome to Real Life TV.
Thank you for having me. I really
So
appreciate it.
good, good. So we believe that everyone has a story, and we wanted to invite you on the podcast to share your raw and authentic, uncut story.
All right.
So here we go. When and where you were born?
I was born in the Philippines in Barrio Barreto, Olongapo City, and I was born in October 27, 1989. I'm actually like 36 now, turning 37 in October.
Mm.
So yeah.
So did you grow up with a single parent in a single parent household, or did you have both of your parents in the household?
No, I actually grew up with my grandma, and I
Mm.
didn't have any family growing up, but I had my brother, and from there, just growing up with her, actually, like, yeah, I went through so many things in life,
Mm-hmm.
just by not having a family growing up. But I'm actually grateful because of that experience. Is I'm able to be a lot more appreciative on what family is like.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So what was it like? You say you mentioned a brother. Did you have was it just you and him, or did you have more siblings like than that?
It's just me and him.
Mm-hmm.
But here in United States, I have uh a brother and also three sisters.
Oh, okay, okay. Good, good, good. So how was the relationship growing up with just your brother during the time in the Philippines?
Me and him actually we are very close.
Mm-hmm.
Growing up, we've been through so many things in life. Like like in a gang life, I was in there with him, and I remember like every time I would go against like other guys, he would always come up and help me, and he would be he's just a very brave person, and he would like grab anything just to fight back. Like I got into like a gambling addiction, and I wasn't able to like because my mom would always like send money in the Philippines,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, I still have this kind of guilt and pain that I have within him. Like he's still like probably like some type of grudge towards me because of this kind of thing that happened from the past. Yeah, there was a time when like he didn't eat for almost like crap, man, like 4 days to 5 days, and I really did messed up pretty bad at that time,
Mm-hmm.
and I can say I was just stupid, and I was a really bad brother, and I still carry that guilt till this day. And if you're watching this, I really do apologize from all those mistakes that I did, and I'm telling you, and I showed you that I could be a better brother after that, and now we're here in the United States, so you're having your own family now, um, and I'm very very proud of you. You you have your house, you have your family, you have a kid now, and shout out to Isaiah.
Mm, cool,
Yeah.
cool, cool. Shout out to Isaiah. So, far as that, in growing up in the Philippines with your brother, are you older or is he older? Is he the older brother?
I'm actually the older.
About how
Yeah,
many years?
like 4 or 5 years, I believe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you say you grew up in the Philippines, you grew up with your grandmother. You and him had your grandmother, right?
Yes, that's correct.
So did y'all have any religion growing up, or did y'all have any family traditions during the Philippines during that time while you were growing up in the household?
Um, I tried many things actually. I was a Muslim
Mm.
for a little bit, but I transitioned to born again. I was a kid, so I didn't really know what's the best at the time. So I would just only go for food, which is bad actually. And I didn't really know about God until I came here to the United States because my family is actually very Christian. So Yeah. In the village where I grew up, it's mainly more about like just like being free and just go on with life like
Hmm.
with nothing else pretty much.
Oh, cool, cool. What about far as school? Far as doing the schooling, how was schooling for you in the Philippines?
Oh, it was pretty tough.
Yeah, could you
Uh,
explain?
it's always flooding over there because I live in a mountain.
Hmm.
So we would go all the way down in the mountain in a way to without with just like a slipper and like a little shorts and it's always raining, so it was pretty tough, like back and forth. And but I'm still grateful for the experience and yeah, the schooling is pretty hard because it's a really poor industry, and I can say that I almost actually graduated in high school before my mom took us here in the United States. Yeah,
Got you, got you. So as you was in the Philippines, so you spent your entire half of your life. So did you spend your whole life there? Like how old was you when you came to America?
I was about almost 18 because in the paper, like if you turn 18 and then you're there, you wouldn't be able to get here to United States pretty easy.
Hmm.
So yeah.
Okay. So your mother, she when did she leave the Philippines? Because you say you grew up with your grandmother. You and your brother grew up with your grandmother. So when did she leave the Philippines?
Actually, when I was really like young, like a yeah, I didn't really grow up with her, so
Mm,
pretty much
mm.
didn't really
Um,
get to know about it.
mm. So so how did that make you feel? Like far as that, how were you feeling during that time? Or was you too young to remember? You would say, or was did you remember your mother? And did you have any emotional attachments to your mother during that time when she?
No,
Hmm.
actually. Um, it was just hard because like growing up you're gonna see all this family with children and their mom and dad, and I would always just um like watch them and see them happy and being grateful from one another.
Hmm.
And I was a little jealous. I'm gonna be honest, like I'm always been jealous with this kind of like relationship because I never had it. But I'm still grateful for having my grandma because she never made me feel like I was alone. But um because I don't have a family growing up, I didn't have a guidance to what's right or wrong. So I got involved with many things, like gangs. I
Hmm.
got involved with like drinking at a young age. I believe like 8 years old when I started drinking.
Really,
Yeah, I was
really.
in our village. So before you even get home, you can't really go home if you don't pass that little area where there's a bunch of like
Uh huh.
guys who would just hang out and they would like pull you because I was a little kid. I don't have any like big brother to protect me. So
Hmm.
I started smoking and drinking around that age.
Really,
So yeah.
really. Wow. So and then you say you was around the gang. So when did you say you joined the gang? Far as growing up, how old was you then when you joined the gang?
I believe around like 11 or 12. Can't really remember, but I was really like a boy.
Hmm.
But I was always into like fighting, so I'm always like 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 I really love doing that because I didn't know it, right? I was a kid, but like the fighting part, like it's always been in my heart. Like I like what's happening at the moment. But the only fall down is when I saw a lot of my friend get stabbed, get whipped with a bolo, and you can literally see the cut. And then one of my friend got into a hospital because there's like a bearing that and got hit. He got hit on his head, and then you can literally see the skull like went down, and then he was in hospital for like a year. And after that, and then I see myself like, oh, uh, this is just really bad, you know,
Mhm.
and I don't want anything from it anymore.
Mhm. So that was so what you say kind of was that your pivotal moment when you realized that being in the gang was not what you wanted to do?
Yes, because when you're growing up with no family, no one to tell you you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that. You kind of like just going along with your friends and what they want to do, drinking, smoking, whatever it is. So I was in that kind of path. So pretty much.
Mhm. Okay, so after you got off from that path, what was your next step? Like, what was your next step? What was another outlet for you to be able to stay active and stuff like that, far as like wanting to do positive and not negative? What did you start doing then after that when you decided to?
Mm, Around that moment, I was just going back and forth with my aunt. Sometimes I would hang out with some kids there, but that's when the time I met my uncle, and that person. At first, it was kind of nice, you know, like I learned how to play video games and stuff, and then later on, like the abuse started happening,
Mhm.
and I saw Power Rangers actually, and that's what inspired me, and Bruce Lee a little bit, and then I watched Ong Bak. So at the moment, like those were my inspiration to kind of having this joy of feeling of I want to be in that kind of like TV or in a position where I can be them one day, you know? Because in the village it's like we have this little TV and then we get like 30 kids watching that like black and white.
Uh-huh.
And it was just like, we watched Power Ranger growing up. So I'm like, okay man, like this is crazy, you know? You're excited and then you enjoy those like some of the animes that is in the TV. So yeah.
Oh, okay. So you was about how old would you say when you got out into that gang life into more like want to be positive like far as the martial arts and stuff like that, Power Rangers, you got into that. How old was you then?
I probably like stopped doing that around 13.
Okay, so you was 13, so you was still in your adolescent stage. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
cool. So um now you in your adolescent stage, you on a new journey, a new path and things like that, right? So did you so now you go into high school and stuff like that around like what 13, 14, right?
Mm-hmm.
How was that experience in high school?
It was fun, but like again, I uh I like fighting.
Hmm.
So I remember I was always against bullying, right? And then I would always have a classmate getting bullied by some guys, and I would fight those guys because of what they're doing to these little kids. And and ever since then, I kind of like grew that heart where like I felt like, man, why do I have a heart about helping things, or helping people? And I felt like after being friends with these people, and that's when you kind of like realize that these kids are going through so many things from the family, and then at the same time, if you're getting bullied with these kind of kids, you just want to be able to like protect yourself, but they couldn't. But I was a little like, I was a little like hyper, and I can fight at the moment, so I would always just go fight those little kids who bullying, like, you know
So you was more like just like to protect people that
protector, yeah.
yeah, so you changed that negativity to
Negativity to
into
positive,
positive.
yeah.
Cool, that was good. So now you're in high school because you said you came out to America to the US in at 18.
At 18.
Okay, so when you found out you was coming to the US, how did that make you feel? How were you feeling? What was that experience like far as when you found out?
I was really, I'm not happy because I don't know what it is. I was just like, okay, cool, because my mom, I got a call from my mom because my mom and dad here in the United States, they've been working on the paperwork for a really long time. So yeah, I thought it was amazing. I didn't really want to be here when they told me I was gonna come here because I just wanna be with my grandma, because I grew up with her in a way. But after her passing, there's so many struggle mentally that happened throughout the journey. So
Mm,
yeah.
got you, got you, got you. So so yeah, so was that you said that your mom came out here. She was already you was with your grandmother, right?
Mhm.
So how did the relationship with your mother when you came out? How was the relationship with you and your mother when you came out here?
Oh, it was bad.
Yeah,
It was bad.
could you explain?
Yeah. I still have this thing that I still carry till this day. I still blame myself from my grandma passing because I was always into gambling, and throughout those time when I was in the gang,
Mm-hmm.
I never really think about her health because she would always like wait for me. And me and my brother, we at that one moment like we were arguing, and uh she got a heart attack
Mm-hmm.
after that time. My brother was probably kind of like hurt because my grandma was like giving me a lot of attention, and she pretty much like I was the favorite grandson,
Mm-hmm.
in a way. But she got a heart attack. I panicked. We brought her in the hospital. She was there for almost like a week. She got dialysis and all that. I remember the last week that I saw her. This is kind of tough to talk about, but yeah. Um, I saw this room, and then like some people were like crying, and some guys were like passed away, like died. I think they died or something.
Mm-hmm.
But I was a little kid, and I was just scared, like what's happening, right? And then my grandma was like looking for me.
Mm-hmm.
This is like the last.
It's okay. Go ahead. It's
Let's
okay.
go.
It's okay. It's okay.
Okay, I was in a rush in the hospital because they were like, I took care of her. I was kind of pretty much like a caregiver. That was my first time. Um, it was my first time taking care of like the bodies when they're older, and I was young.
Mm-hmm.
But I love her, of course, and thanks for that experience because I got to use that experience. And when she called me, I was in the room,
Mm-hmm.
and she was telling me like she couldn't really breathe, right? And it was kind of like her last a few moments.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember she was in my hands, and she was telling me like, son, like your mom will be here to get you, and your life will be better, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And like I forgive you, and you're gonna go far, and just do good things in a way. And she just told me like that my life will change if she die.
Mm-hmm.
And I still blame myself till this day, um, at time like I couldn't really like shit. I couldn't accept the fact that she was laying in my hands, and her last word was like, son, your life will be better
Mm-hmm.
when I'm gone.
Mm-hmm.
Your mom will be here, and you're gonna meet her, and you see that little thing like
Mm-hmm.
and it went straight. Yeah, that as a kid, as a boy, like I didn't know what's going on, and they were pumping her chest,
Mm-hmm.
and she died in front of me.
Mm-hmm.
I was so mad about myself because I blame myself so much. I run,
Mm-hmm.
I run, I run down the road.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of cars.
Mm-hmm.
I I I went in the middle, right,
Mm-hmm.
and something pulled me back. Like,
Mm-hmm.
God damn it, something pulled me back.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just crying, and I was like, "What happened?" Like, I wanted to die, you know. I wanna live with, I wanna be with her
Mm,
because she was my everything to me, you know.
mm,
Like, I regret everything that I did. I wish that I have paid more attention, a lot of things with her, and my plan was coming here, sending money, making a lot of money, and send it to her
mm,
just so she could provide herself because she loved helping people, right?
mm,
There was a lot of people that still owe her money till this day because she's just the type of person who gives a lot to
mhm,
people. And I really loved her, and
mm,
I miss her. I got her tattooed in my back because I know she got my back,
mhm,
you know. And she's a very strong woman. Like took care of us since we
mm,
were like a baby, and only by herself. I had a lot of good moments with her. You know, like we would make a lot of chips together, and then we would go play bingo. I think maybe that's why I got into like gambling addiction. But like yeah, she passed away, and I met my mom for the first time.
mm. Oh man, I'm
Yeah,
sorry to hear that. Most definitely.
yeah. There was a time when I was laying in bed, and she was in casket, right?
Mhm,
And I miss her, and I was like just crying out of myself, and everything fall on the top of the ceiling, and I got really scared because I know it was her. But my mom came in the Philippines,
mhm.
and that's when I met her. I was happy in the beginning, you know. But sometimes you're a boy. You
Yeah,
you get really happy when you see her for the first time
yeah.
for a while.
Mhm,
Because I would call her before and my dad, and I would always like have that conversation with her, but I didn't really know what else to say because I never had the feelings with her,
mm.
growing up because I don't know who she is.
Got you.
But yeah, and she came there. We bond a little bit, and then she took us here in the United States.
Mm,
That's
got,
pretty much
got you.
what happened.
Oh, so now I'm sorry to hear that too. Most definitely, your grandma probably would be proud of you. So, now she brought you out to the United States and stuff like that. So by this time you're already 18, right?
Mm.
So did you have to go back to school here? Did you have to go back to high school here, or was you
Yeah, I had to.
okay? So you came to high school back here in America in the U.S. How was that experience out here? Now you got to come to high school in America. What
Mhm.
type of experience did you experience out here, as far as in America? What was that experience like?
Oh, it's a lot of uh, crazy experience. I didn't know English, so I only know yes or no.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, back in the gang, I got involved with that because of I grew up getting abuse, like physical abuse, getting beat up, like from a little kid to until I was like 17 from my uncle
Mm-hmm.
in a way, and that guy is the reason why I probably got into like gangs because I always wanna like protect myself and got wanted to get into a fight because I hated this guy. He would just like beat me up, smack the shit out of me, like just punch me out of nowhere, kick me, and there's a time like he would like have this cigarette that would just always like he did so many shit, but till this day I still couldn't forgive that guy. But that's what brought me to coming here to United States and being able to always want to like protect myself and people here are actually bullied,
Mm-hmm.
so I have my brother and another friend, and they were Filipino, and we couldn't really speak English. So, um, here is a little crazier because I thought everybody were Filipino, but I didn't know, but they're Hispanic, and
Yeah.
I was speaking Tagalog, right?
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, oh man, like they're not Filipino, so what are they,
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, welcome to America, and they started like hitting my back. I'm like,
Uh,
I was like, what the heck was that,
yeah. Yeah.
And then like sometimes they would like just punch you out of nowhere, and you're like, damn, this is crazy. Like these boy are like, but me and my brother and my other friend had that experience. Like we don't like to get bullied like that,
Mm.
so we would fight back, and we would every time we try to fight them or like we would get into a fight with them, they become our friends afterwards actually.
Oh, really?
And yeah, I would see like boys and girl like they would just like kiss on the street or like on the sidewalk, and you're gonna be like looking at them like the whole time, like what the heck is this?
Uh,
Like in the Philippines you can't really do that. In my village,
oh,
like if you do
really?
that you have to marry that person.
Seriously?
Yeah,
Wow.
it's a different kind of like yeah,
So the whole culture and environment
different
is
culture.
different. Yeah.
Yeah, in a way, because yeah, here, yeah, man, it's crazy how they just do it on the side, and then like I remember there was this girl
Uh-huh.
like just literally like run to hug me. Hey, 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 have a good one. I'm going home. And then she hugged me and I pushed her and I run. I was like, what the heck is this? Like, why would you do that? I'm like, uh, they were like, oh, in United States, you're supposed to hug after like like you interact with them and then you're going home, whatever, or you meet them. I'm
Mhm.
like, oh, okay, okay. And so I asked my dad about it, and I was like, and that's when he taught me like the culture here, in a way.
Okay, okay, okay. So you came out here to the US. Did you come out on a visa or anything like that, or how did your mom bring you out here?
I was petition, so my mom and dad actually um working on the paper for since I was like actually like 6. So it's been a long time.
Mm-hmm.
But my stepdad actually, who I call my real dad, because I don't know who's my dad.
Mm-hmm.
He really want us to be here because he's in the Navy. I believe that um he just retired. So yeah, he's the reason why we're here, pretty much.
Mm. Well,
Petitions.
well, thanks for your dad for his service as well, and
Yeah, it's
bring
an
you
amazing
in.
guy.
Yeah, and bring you in as to America. So, how was the relationship with your dad since you didn't know your biological father, right?
Yes, correct.
So, how was it like growing up with your stepfather now, who's your father now? How was it like growing up with him?
Yeah, his name is Tyron Williams. He made it all the way to chief, almost senior, and he retired. But shout out to Tyron Williams, which is my dad. Hello, dad. And my relationship with him is really good, actually. There's nothing but respect to this man. He's the reason why I become who I am today. And till this day, I will always ask for advice if things goes bad. And he guide me and my brother and sister like to become better and guide us to what is right or wrong. And I wish, like this is my dad growing up. I wouldn't be probably be in this like abuse or like gangs and all these things that I've been through when I was a little kid.
Mm, got you. So, shout out to Tyrone.
Yeah.
So now, you come out here, you graduate high school, right? So as you graduate high school, did you go to college or anything like that? Far as after high school, did you go to college?
I just went to community college
Okay, and how was that
and
experience?
just for the I hate it, man. It was just my first year, but I was just going for I was just there to try it out, but I didn't like it because there's an assignment every single day, so I quit. So
Hmm.
I was just there like chilling, like hanging out with like some friends that I meet, and just you know, uh, just that culture where like you just like to meet people. So it was just for fun.
Okay, okay. So also, I want to know, when you came out here, did you experience any racism, anything like that, coming out here, as far as with yourself, and with the culture in the U.S.? Did you experience any racism?
A lot, actually.
And how was that like?
Um, I just remember in high school they would just call us Chinks or like Chinese, just because it's a population of like maybe 2% of Asian, and everyone are just like Hispanic, American, Black, which is cool, like, but no one really bullies us, but mainly it just it's yeah, I don't want to say, but yeah, yeah, I experienced those times when they would just call us Chinks. They would call us like Manny Pacquiao, like, but in a way where because they some of them they don't like Manny in a way, but it was cool because like when we would like get into that talk, we become friends actually. So I actually like their culture. I learn a lot from it. Um, but the really bad one. Okay, here we go. This is something crazy. I got into like shoplifting
Mm-hmm.
with friends. Uh, Everyone bailed out except me because I didn't have money and I was scared. So I went into jail for that. Right. That was the first time I get that racism from a cop.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
How was that experience? Tell me about
Like
that.
they would be like calling me like monkeys,
Really?
like because of my hair was like colored, and I was just like hyper, like bro, I need to call my mom and dad and something, but at the same time I don't want to call them because I'm gonna get in trouble. And they were like shut up monkey, like like getting your seat, and I'm like monkey, like what the heck,
Mm-hmm.
but it was bad at the moment, and then I went inside. That's when all the racism is, because
Oh.
like black and Asian are actually together,
Mm.
right? But like Mexican, Russian, American, the other race, they all have their own cell. It's
Mm-hmm.
different, because I remember from the time there's one Korean guy is in our community would walk past and like try to beat him up, and then calling him like chinks this and that, and calling us jinx and all that stuff too. But this little guy like beat up like 5 people at the same time, and that's when I told myself, "Oh dang, Power Ranger." But I was like, damn, I want to learn that,
Mm-hmm.
because I really was inspired by Tony Jaa, like Onback. So I don't know how to get involved with like Muay Thai, but like I remember that one Thai guy in our community was telling me like he's gonna teach me after we bail out, but he looked shady, so I'm like, maybe he's telling the truth or not. And then yeah, I experienced those times, and then I went for the second time because I hit a guy like in a fight, and then he got knocked out, and I went to jail for that too for like 2 days, 3 days, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
But that's because he was calling me like some racism stuff too, in a way, and I had to defend myself in my friend at the moment. So um one of my friend telling me like, hey, you gotta hide because you don't have a paper, like you only have your green card in a way. So
Oh.
when I went there, those are the times I got involved with a lot of racism. So I pretty much went to jail like twice.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Wow. So, but so they since you had your green card and stuff, you didn't get deported back or anything, right?
I was on a strike. Like
Oh.
what? I got one strike, and then they said if I do anything wrong after that, I would be sent back,
Oh, really?
which is good because if it's not because of this experience, like I would probably doing a lot of bad things right now. Like it kind of like helped me to not want to do anything bad again. But most people would still do things. But for me, oh hell no, man! I'm not going back to that place. Like food is so bad. Like people are just always wanna like hurt you, and they're talking a lot of crazy stuff. You're hanging around with a bunch of like murderers and like killers. Like you don't wanna be that.
Right.
And
Right.
that's what I wanna teach like kids too. Like never do anything bad because your friends is who you hang out with.
Right.
That's the main thing. That's very important.
Yeah. Right. All right. So you come out of that experience from so you experienced racism. You've been to jail before in America and fighting and stuff like that, right? So I know off air and stuff. I seen that do dancing and stuff like that too.
Hmm.
So how did you start getting into dancing, like far as break dancing and things like that?
I was in high school, to be honest. This is kind of bad too because I was so addicted to dancing. Like I met this guy, which is his name is Aaron. Shout out to Aaron. He's one of my best friend, and till this day, he was just doing that gliding thing, and I was like, oh, that's cool. What's that? And then he was like, oh, it's okay. Like I'm doing this just because, and I thought it was really cool at the moment. And then we started hanging out, and I told him, can you teach me some stuff? And then he teaches me that, and then this guy named Nam Hyunjun, like we were like watching him and then copying some of his moves, and I got involved with that, and I really liked it. So we started to get some friends, form like a group, a boy group back in high school. So we were like performing a lot back in the time, but I really like dancing to the point where like I didn't really take care of my high school stuff. So I never had a good grades. That's because of validation, right? I went through I went to a talent show, and at the time, like, like I didn't have a good GED. So I kind of like couldn't be in the same group with them like one time. And I told myself like I was kind of a little hurt because like they have this group, and I was a little jealous, like that I couldn't be with them. And they told me, yeah, that's kind of like long history. But I told myself, okay, you know what, I if I really want this, and if I really like this, if I really love what dancing is, then I'm gonna find a way to make it work. So I started to do, making my own thing. So I make this one choreography with it, well, and then I put my heart and soul to that, and I performed it, right,
Mm,
in a talent show. And guess what? I was the first place.
really?
And they announced my name in a whole high school, and I was like, Mark Anthony Serna first place in a talent show, and I was like, oh shit! Like I was walking, and then people want to be friends with me, and I was like, oh man, thank you guys. And then after that, I fell in love with it. I went really far. I'm still dancing till this day.
Uh-huh.
And that feeling, the feeling that you want to feel accepted and validation actually got into me too much. But I never like took care of my schooling at the time. But I'm still grateful because of without dancing, I'll probably do drugs right now. Dancing saved me a lot from many things in life, and I still hold into it. Like right now, I'm using it whenever I feel like um I have such a negative feeling, and through the music and movement, I'm able to like express myself and let go of all that negative thoughts.
Mm.
I can say that uh when I went to Sweden You Can Dance, I tried out two times back in 2011 and 2015.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I made it pretty far on the 2015 to the top 100.
Really? Tell me about that experience. How was that?
Oh, it was amazing, bro. You get to meet a lot of amazing dancers, and then you get to learn from them. But at the right spot, I'm like, I almost got it. I could have been in the show, but this was my last shot. Like I met Jason Derulo and some of the amazing judges over there. But Jason Derulo is probably like the person that I remember the most. And he told me like, you have something more to show, but you're not showing us. And I'm like, no, that's it, man, that's it. But because I was saving it for the next run, right?
Yeah.
And my stupid self like get this thing where like, oh, I thought it was enough what I showed, and it was like, and then they cut me from there, and I was like, I got so sad, and I thought that was my last chance of and hope, and I actually stopped dancing after that.
Really?
But thanks to bachata, and now, I'm back.
Oh, okay.
So yeah.
So after you stopped dancing, so that kind of made you sad and stuff like that. So right after that, so do you went straight into bachata? How did you get into like bachata?
Um, I met a guy that brought me to the scene, and he was hosting a karaoke at the moment, and I thought bachata was like cool, but I started doing the popping locking, and everybody just doing their thing. I'm like, what the heck is this? Like it's always been my kryptonite to dance with a partner, because during the show, when I was partner up with somebody, I failed that test too.
Mhm.
So yeah, bachata was good because you got to work on something that you're not good at, you know. And I met my friend who were actually in an audition for So You Think You Can Dance, and we built a team and we perform. We I did a lot of performance too, and yeah,
Oh wow, wow, wow. That's good. That's dope.
yeah.
So you got into that through that bachata and stuff. You started dancing and stuff. So I know I seen some of your acting stuff too. I seen you in a couple of movies and stuff. You have movies. How did you get into acting too? How did that come along? So when did the acting start?
Oh man, this is really deep too. All right.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, let's go. Uh, I really like movies. I love watching movies. I like action. I watch a lot of action movies and stuff. During the time, um, I believe that I have so many experiences in life that I'm able to use. Like I quit dancing because of what happened from sitting you can dance. So I got into martial arts, and then I did Muay Thai for a year, and that experience like brought me to like wanna do stunts, because I saw my friend getting cut and beat up, and he paid for the medical, and then he paid for the trainer and all that stuff, and so he lost a lot of money. And I told myself like, I don't want to do that, you know. So I got involved with like stunts because I love like doing fights and all that. And at the moment, like I didn't really know like where I'm gonna be at, and I had a best friend who supported me during my journey to Sitting You Can Dance, you know. So he was the reason why I'm still doing till this day. I still carry, you know, him till this moment. His name is Adam Ag. So this guy is an amazing guy. Always supported me when I felt like nobody was there for me. Would make sure that I'm eating when and giving me food, or doing so many things to make sure that I'm okay when I'm doing this kind of, you know, audition. But suddenly, like he passed away.
Mhm,
So yeah, I was the last person that he actually like talked before he passed.
mhm. How did he pass?
Um, there's so many things. I don't think the family would want to talk about, which is it's okay. But during the time when I was in pain, I was in so much um feelings. At the moment, I couldn't accept it too, because he was like my best friend, you know. But I left the house because of, you know, what's happening at the moment. And he I found acting because I was doing the martial arts videos and stuff, and then I met Rodrigo. Shout out to Rodrigo. And then he wanted me to do a fight scene, but this turned out to be a short film. But thanks to Max, he was the one who guided me to get to Rodrigo too, because they were like friends in a way. But my best friend is what really got me into acting,
Mhm,
because at the moment in pain, and I was just like, I just have this feeling where like where I want to be, you know, like what do I want to do in life. I have nowhere to go. I can do a little bit of everything, but what's the point if I couldn't really pursue them, if I felt so many things. But acting was my last shot, you know. And we made a first short film. I never had experience, no fights, choreography skills, and no acting skills. So I would just take all the hit and shot, right? And of course, like you get injured and everything. And then you kind of realize like, oh, dang, this is not the way to be. And that short film, he thought that the fighting is not enough, so he wanted to put some dialogue, which is we did. It became a 20-minute short film, and that movie got into Amazon Prime. Won Best Action in Paris. We had the awards and the trophies at his place too. It got in nominees and first place with a different film festival.
Really?
But the biggest one is the Paris Film Festival Best Action. That's like the main thing. And after that, I'm like, I didn't know that I could be a leader, right? Because I only brought all my good friends to be in it. I met like some martial artists, put them all together, and then during the time it's 2020, so many things are going on. Um, um, they were the one that they didn't want to do it at the beginning, but I was just talking to them like heart to heart,
Yeah.
and if you're doing something and you feel like you want to go far or you want to inspire other people, like you have to use that power to show that you can be something, you know. And everyone just got together out of nowhere, right? And then that short film get where it's at because to be honest, all the pain that and suffering that we feel, we we were able to use something out of it. Because back in 2020, I have so many things happened to me. I lost my girlfriend for 3 years.
Yeah.
I got in debt, 45K.
Oh wow.
I lost my job. I lost my best friend. One
Yeah.
of my friend from the trainer uh passed away too. So all at once, right?
Right. Right.
But that's when I found God
Mm.
because you have no one to hold on to it anymore. I don't think that I believe in depression.
Mm-hmm.
I think depression is something you feel, but it's something you can control. I know for other people they can view it in a different way, but for me, it, depression is something you can control, and it's how you deal with it. For me, um, my way of it from losing my ex girlfriend for 3 years, it was a lot of pain. I couldn't move on for a year, right? But when I found God, that's when I told myself, oh, I have a friend. I have a best friend.
Yeah.
Like when I was going through so many of those things, I remember sitting in my car and just crying my the shit out of me for like 6 hours, man. Like talking to God, like all this suffering and pain I was feeling. Like what else more do you want from me? What more pain could you give me to surpass this? And that's when I got I connected to him, and he was like my best friend. I would talk to him when I'm driving everywhere I go. For people who's going through so many things in life, if you haven't found God, just take a courage to go to church one time, and you will see it for yourself. Like what is the power of the words that they can give you to speak through your heart. And I I isolate so much. I have so many friends. I don't get me wrong. Like I grew up with many friends. I party a lot. But as I get older, I found God somehow.
Yeah.
My mom and dad is actually a big Christian. My dad is pretty much like always preaching to us, but I never really like pay attention to it until I went through all this struggle. And yeah, man, depression is something you feel, but the word depression to me is not accurate. I never People would tell me that I'm depressed, but I tell them like I know, but I can feel it, but I do something about it. I go to the nature. Nature is play a big part of this, right? Go to the beach, go to the park, go to any just live life, man. Like there's so much more in life. You can see beautiful places, travel. You get to see all these things, and nature. To be honest, if you love traveling, like it will heal you. And how did I know that? Because I came from nature. I mean, like I grew up in nature, and they say that you're not lost, but you just have to find yourself in what did you see when you were born. You know. So for me, I grew up in the mountains. So for me, nature for me is what helps me throughout what all the negative feeling that I have and my passion and all that. And God, first of all, you gotta put Him first. I'm still not so uh I'm not really going to church a lot, but I should be. But I can say that he's always there as my friend,
Mm.
as someone I can always talk to when I don't have anybody.
Yeah, most definitely, most definitely,
Yeah.
most definitely. I see that you had far as not to take off the balance, but far as taking far as you was mentioning the acting and stuff like that, you started doing short films and things like that. What films did you do? Do you what film was it that you had that you put out and you say you won best what actor or action scene?
Oh yeah. After that, back to that. Um. So we won the award, and at the same time, I wanted to know what I want to do. Now I found it. Acting is beautiful. It's something that you can uh, work on your trauma, things that you never work on from your past, and bring it to the acting. All your talents, all the things and passion that you know a little bit, you can show that to people throughout acting. If you can sing, you can dance, you can draw, you can cook, you can do any of these things through acting. You can show all that, and we made this feature film. That one I went through so many things. Um, it's a 3 years of work actually. So many heartbreak. So many I I I met some woman that helped me through to make that work because it is no budget film. Like how can you make a film with like no budget? It's hard. Like not a lot of people can really relate to it because some people uh have the budget to make films in a way. But the film, one thing I can say is that probably won an award is not because is like the best or something. I think for me personally, I'm very happy of all those four awards that we won for the feature film. We got nominated and with other film festival too, but we got best action in Italy, Milan, and best thriller also in Milan. We got Eastern Europe Film Festival best actor, which is yeah. Um, I don't believe that I deserve it. I think there's so many more amazing actors that won. There's so many more amazing actors in the film that could have won, but I can say that I work hard for it.
Mm. And what,
So yeah, here you go, guys. Yeah, this came from Europe,
mhm.
and I had a certificate to home, but I forgot. My citizenship um is one of the memorable thing for me also. But this is for me. For the short film, I took a lot of backlash. I was in so much pain because like a lot of your friends will give you shit for it in a way, but it's okay because your first film will not do anything for you, but it will help you to find what you want to do. But for me, that short film is probably a main thing for me because it's my first time, and that film for me is when you feel like you can work more more than what you have. um that's when I started doing acting classes,
Mhm.
and yeah, here's the the award for it, and I'm very very grateful that I'm always being hard on myself. I'm always being like that perfectionist, which is I shouldn't be, but it's good for you because you know what's good or not, and um I just appreciate film, and this is just a part of me, a part for me that I want to achieve more. I want to do more. I want to help more. I just want to do more, man. Like not just for me, for people to be inspired, just the way I'm inspired, And I'm nobody yet, but one day I'll get there. But it's for me like having a feature film as a lead actor is a big thing also, that I'm able to work on the things that I tell myself that I'm so bad at. I'm still I'm still new in the industry. Like I never had any acting experience. I only went through this kind of like class, but not really because it's more like everybody are there to support each other. They give that the script, and they will just play it on the front, and they will perform it, and I'm always just watching, but I'm not really doing it. Maybe I did it like five or four, like on the front, because you're in front of amazing actors, right? So it's
Yeah.
kind of like I get really shy,
Right.
but I really just pay attention a lot, and that's when I tell myself like, oh, I'm ready to make to it doesn't have to be the best, but it's something better that you did from before. Like if you can be a little bit better than what you used to be, and a little bit and a little bit, I think that's really important.
Mhm.
Which is that song for me. It was a big part of my life that I can tell myself that um I'm able to work a little bit of what I was lack of on the first short film, which is acting. Um, there's so much more to learn. There's so much more to improve. I still need to go to acting class because I'm no better. Um, but I have a short film coming out, and I can say that that is connected through to me too. And yeah,
Cool, cool. So, is there any current projects you working on right now and things like that? Oh,
yes, I have a short film coming out. It's called Inversion. It's rewrite the past and the future, and like a fool with you and our director Mark. So I'm so grateful that for having me and the opportunity that you guys are giving me to do this. And yeah, I'm excited, man. I've been training, and I can say that I'll try to do my best. This ADHD going on with me. I'll work on it, man. But I'll try my best to make it work.
mhm.
But yeah, there's so much more to talk about my story, and I wish I can tell you guys everything, but there's so many, and yeah.
We most definitely gonna have a part two. I also want to ask too, what would you tell your younger self, like far as from 10 years old to 20? If you had the opportunity, what would you tell your younger self? What advice would you give your younger self?
um be be around with people that can guide you through to the right path. I mean, as a young age, like I don't know better. I don't know who should surround myself or anything like that. But it's good. It's a good experience sometimes because like all this trauma, it molds you to become who you are today. I can say that. I think our trauma is what makes us who we are, and as a younger self, like if I would talk to him, I'll tell him to have a friends that are smarter, better, and stronger than you that you can learn from. Um, always be with nature whenever you feel like alone, or you have a lot of negative thoughts or feelings, and be closer to your family. Um, love them as much as you love yourself, because no one can ever help you or be there with you but your family and God, of course. Um, like I want you to just keep on experiencing life, and do good things and be kind to other people. And every time you feel like the needs of helping others, just do it. And just um just focus on loving your family, and try to do good things and inspire others people the way you're inspired. So,
Thank you. And well, my final last question for the viewers that's watching, what encouraging words would you want to give them for my final?
for the viewers,
Yeah, for the viewers, what would you want to? Do you have any positive advice to give the viewers and encouragement?
sorry, say that one time.
I said, for the viewers for the viewers that's watching, what positive advice would you want to give them?
Live life. There's so much more things in life, and you have to be with nature whenever you're going through so many things in life. Be with God first. Put Him first before anything. Um, Even just try to just walk and put a step and get to know Him even just one time, and I guarantee you will first feel something different if you're going through so many things, and for you to be able to overcome that, you need to pick right friends and right people to be around in order for you to become, the best version of yourself.
All right. Well, we appreciate you, Mark Sona, for being on this interview. We appreciate you. Thank you for coming on and doing an interview with us. We'll for sure have you on the part 2. Thank you for coming to Real Life TV.
Yeah,
We
thank you for
out.
having me. I appreciate you guys. I'm excited for more. So yeah, I'll try to do my best for the next one. I'm still injured, but I'll come back. So yeah.
All right. Thank you.